Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be drawing Layla in my style, kind of. If you want to follow along, you can kind of use this as a tutorial, but I'm just gonna just basically draw Layla. You can just follow along if you'd like, or you can just watch or something. And I might use this as my profile. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started and into the video. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is think about Layla's face and like the eyes and stuff, because that's usually the first thing I draw. So first what I do is I kind of draw two little circles. I'll actually probably draw these a little higher, but that's basically my first step. Now after that, I kind of try to make them more even, kind of like next to each other and kind of equal. So in order to do that, I usually just kind of draw a little line, kind of. So just kind of, this kind of just helps with kind of making it more equal. Okay, so this, I kind of just usually just erase that now. Okay, so now I just kind of draw eyes, kind of. Well, usually basically just draw eyelashes. And to do that, I just kind of draw something that kind of looks like this. Kind of a triangle, like a straight line coming down. And then a small line coming down from here. And maybe I'll usually just like adjust it to make it more like how I'd like. So make sure you adjust till you get the eyes the way you'd like. Okay, so I added a few things like a horn, which is kind of hard to see. Because, you know, I kind of sketched it really light. I'll just put a little darker so you guys can see. It's right there. But I also added a little nose. And you don't have to like make your pencil too dark, because if you have like a marker or a black colored pencil or something, you can kind of color it in with that. So don't worry too much, because you can do that as a final touch. You can just leave it like, I don't know, something like this for now. But I just kind of leave it plain for now. But the next step would be drawing the nose, and Layla's nose is kind of like a soft kind of circle that's kind of like a triangle. So that's what I'm going to be drawing. And I usually draw it pretty big. And then kind of make it go down, so it looks a lot like a nose, and it's really pretty. Okay, so next what I would do is draw the mouth. Now on Layla, it's just kind of a little curvy kind of smirk, but I want this kind of drawing of Layla to have her mouth kind of more open. So what I would usually do is I just kind of go down, I guess, like not too down, just a little bit, and then kind of make a curve like that, and then I kind of make it more open, I guess, and then kind of do this, and now it's an open mouth. And I usually add stuff like kind of teeth, because I don't know, I just like to add teeth because it, I don't know, it just kind of looks more animal-like and sometimes kind of cuter, I guess. But then I usually just add kind of a tongue here, kind of, to make the mouth. Then what I do is decide a little more on the horn. Now I want her horn to be kind of bigger, so I usually kind of just draw a kind of big triangle, and that's usually Layla's horn. So that's how I draw Layla's horn. Usually uniboo horns. So then I kind of come and do that. Then I kind of start to draw kind of a barrier around Layla, so kind of like this. Now this is not actually going to be her head, but it's kind of like a barrier, so when I draw her mane, which I'm about to do, I know like kind of I shouldn't be putting her mane there or something, kind of like that. It's kind of a little bit like a blocker, kind of to like block and like help make her like face, so it's just not fur everywhere. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna start drawing her mane. Now you can see Layla's mane kind of goes everywhere, so that's what I'm kind of gonna do basically. Okay, I like to have the hair kind of big and poofy because that's how Layla's hair actually kind of looks. Now I kind of just do the collar. You don't have to, but I just like having my Beanie Boos have accessories. Like I have Layla's collar here, so I just kind of put like a line here, and then kind of like here. And if you want your mane to be a little softer, you can do that. I'll probably quickly fix up mine and make it a little softer. But meanwhile, I'll just put in the collars. And now I'm going to soften the mane. Okay guys, so I've colored Layla's mane a little bit. And actually, I decided not to do the black outline. And actually it looks pretty good. But now continuing on with the kind of collar that Layla has right here. So first I see that there's little kind of hearts on the first one. So I'm gonna put them on. I also noticed that Layla has this pink kind of collar, which I'm gonna draw in this really pretty kind of chain thing, or well, charm, not chain. And I finished the heart, so now time to color in the second collar. Okay, I've colored in the second kind of collar, and now it's time for the sort of tricky part, because we're going to do the charm, which is a little bit complicated. So now time to do the charm. I've got instead of a Okay, instead of a pencil, I have this black colored pencil which I'm going to use. So I'll just basically kind of draw 2 circles for that kind of thing that connects the choker to the chain, or charm, not chain. So I'm just going to draw 2 circles. And now it's the tricky part, the charm. Now, first the charm kind of starts kind of like a curve. I'm also going to put this kind of for reference. Okay, so I'm going to use it so kind of for reference. So I'm just gonna curve. And I'm gonna do something similar with the other part. I'm gonna do kind of a lower curve. And then kind of put like a heart kind of shape. And a little circle in for a little kind of a gem. And I'll just color it in. So that's Layla's charm. Now I'm just going to put her kind of horn. So I'm just gonna draw it and these little kind of lines. But it looks kind of like a swirling horn, kind of. And then I'm just gonna trace everything with a black outline. Okay, so I traced everything in black outline except for the mane. I also colored in the mouth with some black and a little bit of pink. And for the nose, I started off with some pink, and then on top of that, I just added some brown. So now I'm going to show you guys how to draw the eyes. So for the eyes, Layla has pink eyes. So I'm going to take the color pink, and maybe I can darken it out with the color brown a little bit, so it's more like the color of the nose, but not too much. So that's going to be the color. I'm also going to think of adding some highlight stuff, and for that, I just kind of, so I know she's going to be looking here, so I kind of draw 2 circles usually, and kind of a little smaller circle, kind of an oblong circle for the eyes. And then I just color it in with that, fill my color. So it looks kind of like this. So first I'll color it in with the pink, and after the pink color for her eyes, I'll use some of this brown color. That's right here. So then I have Layla. So that's how I draw Layla's face, I guess. Now I'm just gonna color it in with some yellow. Okay guys, so I've done a few things. I've added a bow. I've also colored in her face and put this kind of brown thing around her because it's gonna kind of be my new profile picture. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you liked this video. So please like, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye!